welcome to this new episode of Continuum Gaming, this time around in English as you may already have noticed. And today we are going to have a look at 3 different games again, which will be Adventurs, Millie the Dog and Elefox Adventures. My name is Jared, and as always I've got a couple of different things with me, which are for instance the Arc mouse, which is this one. We are going to use the Foldable keyboard again, which is this one of course, you already know about that. And today we have even 2 games which are going to be playable with the Xbox One as wireless controller, and we are going to do that in this case. Yeah, and of course as the main device we are using my Lumia 950 XL, you all know about that already. And we have a USB-C connection from that to the display dock at the side here. The display dock at the side is connected to the TV, and like that we are going to have the ability to show this desktop-like experience on the desktop like TV. So the TV is a big screen in this case. And like that we are going to play that on the big screen with all the different things I already showed you, so the Arc mouse and stuff like that. Because those are all Bluetooth devices and they are connected to the smartphone in this case. There's no computer or something involved in this other than the smartphone. Yeah, and if you want to know more about all that, have a look at the corner up there. You might find a couple of different other videos there that are very interesting for you. And yeah, then I would say let's start with the first one, which is Adventures. Adventures is a small little game which is pretty nicely done if you ask me. So there are nice little graphics and stuff like that in there. In the end it's a three wins game or whatever you want to call that. So you have to connect 3 of the different kinds of objects or something with each other to get some kind of a reward for it. So something like Candy Crush. Not exactly like Candy Crush, but a little bit close to that at least. I think I have to increase a little bit. Yeah, let's do that. It's like that. And sorry. As you can see already, we have this little dog here, and the dog is more or less our little companion we are going to have to run with in this game. And this game is going to be, as I said before, a 3 wins game, so I'm going to go on play in this case. This game is available in different languages. I'm on a German smartphone, so the default language is of course German in this case, but I can go to that icon over there, at this point, and here you can change it by clicking on this world map or this Earth or whatever you want to call that. So if you want to play it in English, that's perfectly fine, do that. And it will reload, and now we should see the game in English again. I already played a couple of different levels here, so I already have a couple of different things, because the aim of the game is to get a nicer range in some kind of way. So you are going to collect different icons, or better to say, you are going to get money to buy those icons in the shop. And by just solving all the puzzles you are going to see there. And yeah, in the end it's a pretty nice one. As you can see, this is our little companion, and he's going to talk to you from time to time. And it's all very, very nice and sweetly drawn if you ask me. And yeah, in a pretty nice way. So let's start with one of the games. So if I click here, I'm going to play on with the 4th level in this case. Because the first 3 I already played, and so I'm going to click on that, and as you can see, the aim of the level is to clear all the grass tiles. So it's more or less like jelly or something in Candy Crush. And if we're going to click on that one, we are going to go in there. And as you can see, it's all about fruit in this case, more or less. So, or fruit and some kind of vegetable or some kind of leaves or something. And as you can see, you have a couple of different turns here. So it's limited by the turns you are going to be able to do in this little level. In the end, till now, it was very easy to solve them. They are going to be harder and harder all the time, of course, like always in these games. And so this one has 28, of course, so we are going to have a look at that and see what we are going to do. As you can see, the green tiles here, more or less, the leaf tiles or whatever they are called, or the grass tiles, you have to get rid of them. So to do that, you really just have to combine different kind of combinations there, or different kind of fruits and stuff like that. So if I'm going to, for instance, hold and press those two, then you see something is happening, and as you can see, there are power-ups too. So this is a second level power-up of course already. This is more or less one that will explode a whole lot of grass around it, or a whole lot of fields around it. And as you can see here, for instance, he's telling us to do that too. So this is even a third level power-up. So there are different kinds of power-ups you're going to be able to achieve. And those are of course going to be there because you are combining more and more of the same stuff with each other, and after a while you're going to get higher levels there. Here's the first level power-up. So you can see in some levels it's really easy to get all those power-ups up. I never activated one of those till now because I only got those second level ones. There's just sometimes some information about that, and there I know that this is the third level, and there's going to be more like that. So you're going to go even higher than that. I think there's a fifth level or something, if I'm not wrong. And yeah, to activate them, you can double click on them, or you can just combine them with one of the outer ones. Depending on what you want to do. It's of course a difference, because if you double click on them, they are going to explode in this radius, and if you go to move them over, they are going to explode from this point out. And that is of course a little bit, important, more or less. I'm not even sure, it might be that if you're not using them, you're getting more points or something. So we have 24 left there for the turn, so I'm going to try it without them, but we will see. I think at the end I'm going to let this one explode, because I just want to know what that is all about. Yeah, and now we are just going to try to get all the power-ups and all the stuff here done. As you can see, we have a lot of explosives already. And yeah, this one for instance can be done. And let's see, can I do more without explosives here? Could do that, but that's not helping us at the moment, at least. Yeah, I don't think so. So let's explode that one, because I want to know what's going on with that. Okay, a pretty large amount of stuff, but not much more. And there seems to be something even interesting. Didn't see that one until now. Let's see what that is going to do. Okay, it's another power-up, so if you are going to connect it with something else, it's going to get all the different parts on the map with the same thing on it. So if, for instance, this sherry or something is selected, then every sherry on the playfield will be gone. Interesting. If I wouldn't have known about that before, it would be easier, but doesn't matter. So we really just completed the level, as you can see. We have a lot of different stuff still there. These are going to be power-ups, if you are going to have them in the future. Here you can see we have a couple of different coins now, for instance, for how many moves we have still left. How many rewards, so stars we got, and of course that we just achieved the victory. And here you can see we got a new item we can buy now in the store. So if we are going to do that, here is the money we got from the level, so it's jumping out there. It's really nicely done, I think. Really nicely touches there. Or nice touches. And if I click on that one, come on, then we can, for instance, buy another. Okay, why not? This one, and now you can just drag and drop it around and put it where you want to. And if you want to have it, for instance, placed there, then just do that, place it there. And you are going to receive some kind of stars or experience points with that. And the experience points there, or the I think they call it beauty points or something. So if the garden is going to be very beautiful, you are going to get more and more of that. This is more or less what that is about, and that can only be achieved by buying stuff. Of course, in this one, as you can see, you don't need any kind of real money or something. I'm not even sure if you can do that. I hope not. I really like it that way. And for instance, we can now buy this guy too. You can of course get more than just one from all the different parts here. Some are going to be flown in by drones, others are going to be placeable by you and stuff like that. It's nicely done. There are a lot of nice little touches here. You should have a look at the game. I really like it. That's more or less what I can tell about it. If you like those games like Candy Crush and stuff like that, this is a really, really nice iteration and you should have a look at it. So I think that's all I can say about this game. So let's have a look at the second game. And the second game is one game that is really, really, really sweet, I think. I like the idea and the notion behind it. Not really the game graphics or something, because the game graphics are very, very childlike. But I think this game has been developed by a developer with his kids, and that's what I really like about it. So let's have a look at it. I'm going to go here, and it's Millie the dog we are going to play here. Millie the dog is playable with the Xbox One S wireless controller, as mentioned before. And you can do it, you don't have to, you can use your keyboard for instance for it too. And as you can see, this is more or less the drawing style we're going to experience here. So we have a couple of different pretty close to realistic ones, and we have those childlike drawings and stuff like that. And I really like the notion that the developer just used the drawings of his kids or something, I'm not sure, to develop that, and it's really a nice one. It's more like an explorer game or something, you would say. It's really just with this little dog you are going to run around. So it's Millie. Millie seems to be the dog, and you're going to run around and you're trying to get different objects. In general, something that a dog would adore in some kind of way. And so we can have a look at that to see that this game is playable by all the different kinds of controls. So I really like that. It's really something where somebody really had a thought about what's going on with the controls, and I really like that kind of thinking there. And here you can see we can play with the Xbox One wireless controller, or in this case the Xbox 360 controller. Of course, we're not going to use that. We are going to use our Xbox One wireless controller, so every controller should be fine. And then you can have a look at the options here. The options are going to give you different player options. So if you want to play, for instance, with this player 1, you can do that. I'm not even sure. Can I insert? No. Oh yeah, okay. I can even insert a name here. Didn't do that till now, but why not? So we're going to put in Fujo in this case, or Fujo CG better to say. And after that you can just click on it. It's available in Spanish or Castellano and in English, so we are going to play it in English of course. And then you just click on that, and you click on Mission. So there are a couple of different missions you can play in this game. ACL. And this is of course the first one. And as you can see, this is going to be the game style. So we are going to try to find all these different options. So the 3 ones are the mission we are going to experience here, or we are going to have here. And we are going to find different obstacles and enemies on the way to find that. And all of those are really, really nicely drawn by some kind of kid, I'm not sure. But it's really nice. I would be turning around for playing this. And as in some situations you really can't use the player as a controller at the start, but if you just reactivate it once you are in the game, then it's going to work. So holding the button here long and activating it, waiting for it to be shining all the way through, and now you are able to use it. And this is more or less what we are going to do here. And there's not much about the controls. You are really just using the stick here to move around. And as you can see, there's a health bar above you, and now we are going to watch out for our, I'm not sure what that is called, the plate or whatever the little dog can eat from. And there, for instance, is an enemy, and another enemy. This is very, there's this kind of alert warning. I'm not sure what this is all about, but what's going to happen there is that all the different bees from the surrounding areas are going to hunt you. And yeah, it's more or less something that a dog could really experience in the wild, for instance, so in the gardens or something. So you're going to be attacked by different bugs, for instance. You're going to be attacked by bees. You're going to be attacked by cats and stuff like that. And yeah, you are this little fella, and we are going to try to find our last plate there, dog plate or whatever that is called. Sorry, so I don't know that. And let's see. Of course, there is this hedgehog or something which is hunting us. I already stole the two other plates there, so we don't need to go there anymore. And I'm not even sure where I can find the other one, but we will see. Down here is the biggest, baddest ass monster in this game, more or less. At least it's the first level. You can see it here, and as you can see, it's not really easy to see what that is all about. I think it should be some kind of a tiger or something. Not sure. In the end, it's somebody who is going to kill you in an instant if you are going to go too near to him. The good thing about it, he's not going to hunt you down like the hedgehog does. He's just moving around all the time. This tiger-like cat or whatever that is called. There's a little funny thing, you just have to get accustomed to that. If, for instance, you're pressing the keys on your keyboard or the stick here, it's going to move in one direction, and the most important thing is that it's not going to stop in that direction sometimes. So if, for instance, you're going up and a little bit hard to tell you, if you're going to press up and a diagonal direction or something, then it might be that if you're pressing after that to, for instance, the right section, it's going to be diagonal movement anyway. So for getting rid of that, you just have to leave the controller once and then do it again. In general, it's not hard to get used to, and you should be able to, but it's a little bit funny. As you can see, there's this kind of power-ups which are going to help you to increase your life again. The health bar here in this case. This is important to know. And yeah, other than that, these are of course other bugs which are going to be against us. My problem is that I didn't find the third plate in this case till now. I think it's going to be on different places from time to time, so you're not going to find it all the time. I already saw it but died, and after dying I couldn't find it again because it had changed places there. So it's a little bit hard to find that one for me. I'm just going to see if it's here in this case. As you can see, the bugs are going to go up and down and stuff like that, so it's for exploration purpose, whatever. Come on, no, don't die. Okay. And even though the bugs are pretty bad, yeah, I died. Okay. It really doesn't matter that much, you can just go on from that place on. So if you press once, wait a little, then there's going to be that down movement, whatever, of the menu, and now you can, for instance, reactivate him. So you are going to start from the top again, and you are going to have all the things you already found available again. But I think now we just have to check everything again, because I'm not sure where that part is. And we can go up here.
Just find all these objects. Be careful of enemies like spiders and others. Just find all these objects. Be careful of enemies.
Yeah, and this is more or less the information about what to do, so if you want to do that at the start, do it. We can just check out, for instance, the other area here, and there's going to be this hunting of the bees again. You just have to live for, or just have to try to get away for a couple of seconds there. This is more or less the home of your little dog, so if you got everything right, you can just run around here and, for instance, get everything back again. So your mission is more or less to get what you already have seen here, and then you can just go to the menu or just replay the game and try to find all the different things. You're going to collect points or something for that. And of course the health bar is going to be restored if you're going to find one of your dog plates there. And yeah, this is more or less what the game is all about. I really adore the idea behind it. The game itself is of course a little bit, just an explorer game. For kids, for instance, that's fine. But I really adore the nice idea notion behind it from the developer, that he's going to play it with his kids or design it with his kids and like that. It's really something, I would say, try it out. I really like it. Okay, so let's have a look at the last game in this episode. The last game is an adventure game too, but not really. It's, it's more like a jump and run, let's say that. It's a jump and run. And you're going to be able to play it with a controller too, so we're going to do that. And it's really a nice thing to do that. It's called Elefox Adventure. Elefox just stands for Electrified Fox or something, I think. And, sorry. It's really a fun little game, so we're going to try it out and I will show you what's going on there. So I'm going to click on that. Go to that, and now go to Elefox Adventure. Elefox Adventure is a game where, there is some kind of an Electro Fox, of course, this little guy, and he's going to be captured by some kind of evil robot or something. And you can play it in many different ways, but we are going to play it with the Xbox One controller, and as mentioned before, I'm going to turn around again, just to show you the game and what that is all about. Yeah, and here we are again, and to make that happen, that this is working, is more or less that you are going to have only this controller plugged in. I accidentally plugged in another controller before, and which is an USB-C controller, my Logitech controller, some of you may know it. And it was plugged into my display dock there, and that didn't work with this game. But when I just put that out, and now I'm just going to use it in the right way. Then you can, for instance, use the digital control key here just to move around in the menu even, and in the game itself, of course, too. So let's have a look at the first level in this case. I'm just going to use A for selecting it, because the first level is going to tell us a little bit about the storyline. So as you can see, we are a small little fox sleeping in the wild, and we're going to be catched by some kind of a robot in this case, or robots, several of them. And as you can see, they're going to collect it and are very, very evil and funny about it. And after that, we are in this cage, and we need to escape. And the cool thing about the Electro Fox is he's Electro. So what he can do is he can electrify things around him by going to that button there, or by using the Y key in this case. If you click once, you will go and see all the different things you can do there. There are a couple of different options to do with the Electro King, and you are going to be notified about them all the time when they first appear. For instance, if you have to jump, you have to press A to jump up, and you can of course use the normal controller throttled stick here to go up and stuff. These are some kind of platformer or platform information. So this is the red one. The red one is going to be the one which is stationary, and there are a couple of other things. That one is an enemy, At the moment we don't have any kind of option to kill him, so we are going to have to avoid him in this case. Just jump over him and try to get away from him. And after that we are just going to jump up again here, go up here and there, and just go and leave the level, because this is more or less what we have to do here. So we did well. The interesting part about the game is that this is of course only the tutorial section, whatever. So all these are a little bit easier than the other ones we are going to have at the other screen. Let's try the second one out. As you already saw, I have played 5 of them, but I resetted the game in between just to be sure that it's not something else that is happening here. If you want, you can use the digital control stick here too, but I prefer the manual one, just because it's feeling a little bit more natural. In this level, it's not going to be any kind of enemies that are going to kill you, but it's just the height. So be aware that you shouldn't fall down of those guys here. And we are just trying to run through. Make sure you're going to go from one step to another. Don't try to skip one. It's not going to be very, very helpful in most situations. Anyway, and it's very, very easy to fall down. The cool thing about the level of the game is that the fox is going to stay stationary where he is if he is hitting something. So it's not going to be sliding or so, and that's really helpful in this case. So let's have a look at the third level, and after that I think you already saw what the game is all about then. I still like it. The cool thing about the level is it's a combination of a platformer and some kind of a puzzle game. I'm going to show you that. As you can see, these are the... that was close. These are the some kind of walls which are going up and down, and of course if you are hitting them they're going to kill you. The interesting part is that the fox is going to be a little bit smaller, as you can see, if he is running, and so he can just pass through those little parts there. Now we can, for instance, jump up here again. Those are the stationary platforms again with the red one. The green ones are the ones which are going to be moving vertically, and so are going to be the yellow ones which are going up and down in this case. It's not that important, you can just see it from the movement too. And there's this little fella which is going to help us. He's going to be a robot which is going to run over those spikes in the end, but it's a little bit hard to get him. So hopefully, yeah. Okay, cool. Worked out. We can now jump off him. No. Don't fall down, please. Okay, and now we can just go up here and go through the level in this case. Sometimes it's really, really hard for me to play those kind of levels because you really have to be a little bit patient, and sometimes it's really easy to do. And yeah, now we could go to the fourth level or something, but we are not going to, because I already think you already have a notion about what the game is all about. I really like it. I would say that you should try it out if you like those kind of jump and run adventures, and with a little bit of a puzzle in there. And it's a really sweet game, and if you like those kind of games, just try it out. Yeah, and other than that, I would say we can just leave this game now. And that was the episode. I hope you had fun with it. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, the other button works too. And in the end, there is of course the option to subscribe to this channel. Please do that if you didn't till now. And if you have any kind of questions or want to say something, just put it down in the commentary section. I'm trying to answer everything that I can see there. And other than that, thank you for watching, thank you for listening. I hope you had a great time, and I had a great time. And of course, if you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and so on. So, have a good day, have a good night if it's nighttime for you, and see you soon in the next episode. Bye. Bye.